Well, Rafe Chabot getting to extend his college baseball career as a grad student here at Boston College after transferring from Trinity University in Texas. And he leads off the bottom of the first with his first career home run to pull Boston College within 5. So it has been an eventful first inning with Alistair Ingram, Bill Spaulding. Glad to have you with us as we move to the second. Sean Hart remains on the mound. He threw 40 pitches in the first inning, looking for a quicker second, and it'll feel like deja vu because it is Nick Kurtz, the leadoff man for Wake Forest, who will again lead off here in the second. 6 runs on 4 hits, 2 walks, 2 wild pitches for Wake Forest in the top of the first. Kurtz takes a strike. Sean Hart has seen Nick Kurtz twice. He's thrown 4 pitches to him. All 4 have been strikes, induced a leadoff ground out back in the top of the first. That's up and away for a ball to the freshman Kurtz out of Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Wake Forest does a good job competing for recruits up in the Northeast. A lot of Mid-Atlantic and New England on the Demon Deacon roster. This is hit through the shift. 3 infielders on the right side, but Nick Kurtz gets it through, and he's looking for 2. Here's the throw from center, and Kurtz is in. An aggressive double from Nick Kurtz.
Well, initially, I thought there's no way this could be a double. It's a breaking ball in the outer half. As you mentioned, Bill, threw the shift into right center field, and Kurtz does not hesitate. Ends up being the center fielder Walsh to grab it. Ends up bouncing past the cutoff man, and Kurtz ends up getting into second base fairly easily. So nice job by Kurtz, the leadoff man, for the second straight inning to set the table for Brock Wilkin.
Yeah, you see what this guy's doing in his sophomore year. Not like he had a bad freshman season. He was a freshman All-American, but an even bigger year this year, hitting near the top of the ACC in home runs and RBIs. The 8 home runs rank him in the top 15. The 31 RBIs rank him in the top 7. Last year, Wilkin had 17 home runs to go along with 44 RBIs. Hard on 0-1. Skied foul. The count is 0-2 to Wilkin.
Eagles have a shift on Wilkin as well. To the left side of the infield. Luke Gold obviously holding the runner. Kurtz on at second base.
It'll be interesting to see if the college game over the next few years, in order to stay as similar as possible to the big league game, will change the rules and outlaw the infield shift. Oh-2. This is hammered to left field. If it is fair, it's gone. That is a fair ball and a 3rd home run in the last 2 nights for Brock Wilkin.
Well, this one not quite as much a no-doubter as yesterday, but Wilkin certainly knew it. He had a little hitch in his step down the first baseline as he watched that one sail out. It's a breaking ball from Hard, who has started to go more to that breaking ball just with the fastball issues. And Wilkin's all over it. It's up in the zone, and it's cleaned out by Wilkin. Yeah, not quite as deep as his 2 bombs yesterday to left center field.
Now Michael Turconi, like that home run celebration there from Wake Forest. I guess if you win your first 10 games in the fall on the football field, all of a sudden football becomes the mode of celebration for each team here. Good ball security from Wilkin. 0-2 now to Turconi, who doubled and scored, also drove in a run back in the first. It's a relentless offense for Wake Forest. There just is not a soft spot in the batting order. Curveball foul back. It's been a great bounce-back season for Tom Walter's team as well. Haven't been to the NCAA tournament since 2017, but last year was really a down year for Wake. 20-27 overall, only 10-22 in ACC play. They have dominated their non-league play this year. They are 15-1 in non-conference games, now sitting at 500 in ACC play. That's foul tipped into the mix. Strikeout number 3 for Sean Hart. So you're seeing the pieces here for why Sean Hart is considered to be a big-time prospect. Drafted in the 20th round by the Yankees out of high school. That mid-90s fastball gets the big strikeout numbers here. 3 strikeouts over an inning into 3rd. The high ceiling's there. Now it's just a matter of putting it all together at this level.
Yeah, and really the issue so far for Hart in the first couple innings just has been fastball location. Well, that's where he got in trouble in the first inning, and I think he's starting to go more to the off-speed stuff here in the second inning, but just some fastball locations where maybe Wake is sitting on that fastball, leaving it up, leaving it in, and that's hurt him a couple times.
That's a great point, Alistair, as Tinsman takes low. So when you see pitchers having control issues or who, say, averaging more than a walk per inning pitch, that doesn't just mean they're missing the strike zone. When you're off with control, that also means sometimes you miss in the zone in very hittable spots. 1-1 to Tinsman. Oh, it's a good hook. Tinsman struck out back in the first after a 4-for-6 day yesterday, and now he's down 1-2 here.
Yeah, you wouldn't look at this start from Sean Hart and say he's been wild. I just think he's been a little bit off in the strike zone, and against a lineup like this in Wake Forest, if you're an inch off in the strike zone, they're going to make you pay. Looking
great against the guy who on paper is Wake Forest's best hitter this year, though. Tinsman is 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts.
Yeah, and you see that breaking ball there, and that's electric stuff. That's 12-6. Spotted on the outside corner. If he can locate the fastball and utilize that secondary pitch, they obviously want him to utilize a third pitch, whether it's a changeup or more of a sinker, but
well, he has that great slider as well. One of the things that pitching coach Kevin Vance has said about Sean Hart is it's crazy. He's already a 4-pitch pitcher at this point. Fastball, curveball, slider, changeup, which you don't see very often with freshmen. But that being said, the consistency of all 4 of those pitches isn't there yet. So like you said, 3 really consistent pitches maybe would be better than 4 pitches where a couple are inconsistent. That's a good point. Adam Cesiri at the plate. Think back to that slide from Cesiri and how that changed the game. If Cesiri hadn't slid around the tag, Wake would have scored just 2 in the first. Instead, he scored the 3rd run. It kept the inning going. 3 more runs came home, and now the Deeks have the 8-1 lead.
Yeah, it's a very small, seemingly small play in the game, Cesiri's slide, but it's true. I mean, that's a difference of 4 runs right there. It keeps it going. 8-1 game versus maybe a 4 or 5-1 game.
Chases that high fastball, count 2-2 on Cesiri, who walked and scored back in the first.
Cesiri has that open stance from the left side. High heater from Sean Hart, looking to strike out the side.
And he got him. So after the double and the homer to start the inning, Sean Hart strikes out 3 in a row, and maybe this will be the jolt to get him through a couple more innings for the Eagles. Home run for Brock Wilkin makes it 8-1 Wake.